Fever, no! But also, let's take a moment for KK, okay? Choose that moment today. She's that girl, always. Thank you. No cheat. Let the light get the nice little dog.
The Chicago Sky pulled out all the stops for their biggest Barbie night pink everywhere. Special merch and tons of buzz around Angel Reese, but she didn't even play, and to top it off, the Indiana Fever walked into the United Center and handed Chicago their third straight loss of the season, cruising to a 93-78 win. The Sky had booked this arena just for the occasion, but by the end, fans were calling it Fever Night, and the wild part, Caitlin Clark wasn't even playing. Kelsey Mitchell stole the show with a season-high 35 points, making it clear this so-called rivalry isn't much of a contest. So what's got Caitlin Clark so fired up? Fever fans, if you're loving this momentum, hit the comments with fired up. Let's go!
Indiana Fever walk in to Chicago, the United Center, no Caitlin Clark, and they walk out with a W 93-70.
Chicago Sky went all in for their biggest Barbie night pink decor, exclusive merch, and all the hype centered around Angel Reese, but she didn't even hit the floor. Making matters worse, the Indiana Fever rolled into the United Center and handed the Sky their third straight loss, taking the game 93-78. This wasn't just any game, it was a specially planned event in a premium arena. By the end, fans were calling it Fever Night, and here's the kicker. Caitlin Clark didn't even play. Instead, Kelsey Mitchell took over, dropping a season-high 35 points and showing that this so-called rivalry isn't living up to the headlines. So what's lighting a fire under Caitlin Clark? Fever fans, if you're feeling this energy, drop a fired up in the comments. Let's ride.
Let's go. Yep. Get that. Be able to sit. The really good thing about having quality depth is when you don't have it, somebody else does. And KK? Yeah! Way to step up. Chloe, great job coming in. Good job. Lex, way to come in and make an impact. Kels, just
Here's what people don't mention once the spotlight fades. The numbers tell the real story. The Indiana Fever haven't just beaten the Chicago Sky. They've owned them, taking 6 of their last 7 matchups. That's not a rivalry, it's a string of blowouts. This season alone, Indiana has swept all 3 games, outscoring Chicago by a whopping 77 points total. In Game 1, they won by 35. In Game 2, it was a 27-point rout. And now, on Chicago's heavily promoted Barbie night, they delivered another 15-point beatdown.
This is absolutely a one-sided rivalry. And we've got to say it like it is. Like, we can't say Caitlin needs to do this, Caitlin needs to do that. Let's be real. The only reason this is still a rivalry is because the other side of the rivalry won't stop it. And by the way, it is extremely beneficial for Angel Reese to be in this rivalry.
Media keeps pushing this rivalry because it's a great storyline to young stars, different styles, strong personalities. It sounds exciting and it draws clicks. But when you actually watch the games and look at the scores, the reality doesn't match the hype. One team keeps dominating, and it's not even close. What makes it worse for Chicago is that even without Caitlin Clark, the Fever came into their house and took control on their biggest theme night of the season in a special venue, with everything centered around Angel Reese. The Sky still got blown out by a team missing its biggest name.
Is a fake one-sided rivalry. We got Angel Reese taking more shots at Caitlin Clark unnecessarily.
So what does this lopsided record really say? It's clear the Fever are a team on the rise, while the Sky keep trying to rewrite the narrative with more games and flashy themes. Indiana has beaten Chicago in every way possible with Caitlin Clark. Without her, at home, on the road, and even on the Sky's biggest promotional nights. This isn't a fierce rivalry between Clark and Reese, it's Indiana treating Chicago like a warm-up drill. The Sky keeps setting the scene, booking big venues and throwing themed events, only to get outplayed and embarrassed again. Let's be honest, this isn't a rivalry. It's a one-sided storyline that people keep pretending is close.
It's the Kelsey Mitchell Show here in Chicago. Mitchell into the paint, able to lay it in. to Mitchell. She'll fire. You bet. Deflected, gets it back, and hits from three. See Mitchell, her 7th three of the day.
Chelsea Mitchell walked into the United Center fully aware. She had to lead with Caitlin Clark sidelined. A dependable veteran all season. She took things to another level in this game, dropping a season-high 35 points, while shooting 12 of -19 from the field and an incredible 7 of 10 from beyond the arc. That's 70% from three when it mattered most. Her clutch performance didn't just fuel the win, it earned her a place in the Fever's record books.
Money Mitch put him in a ditch, and Michaela Timpson treating the Chicago Sky like a bunch of Simpsons. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Kelsey Money Mitchell erupted today. Michaela Timpson continues to show every time you put her in the game, every time you give her some actual quality minutes, she will not.
What made Kelsey Mitchell's performance stand out even more was the history she made along the way. She became just the second player in Indiana Fever history, joining Caitlin Clark, to record at least 35 points, 5 assists, and 5 three-pointers in a single game. That's an exclusive club of 2, and Mitchell earned her spot in it during Chicago's heavily hyped Barbie night.
6 of 10 shooting in the corner. Mitchell connects on a three. Indiana needed that. It's a 2-point game. There's a chance that gets changed to a 3. Mitchell looking to respond, and does. Things tightening at United Center. Mitchell has it deflected, gets it back, and hits from 3.
Mitchell's off-season grind paid off in a big way. She worked with a coach who also trains football players, focusing on defensive back drills to improve her footwork and lateral movement. That training clearly showed her sharp cuts and clean angles, helped her get to her spots against Chicago with no trouble. Every shot looked smooth, every move felt natural, and she delivered when it counted most.
Run after Chicago had cut it to 2. Poked away by Timpson. There's the deflection. Off to the races. Timpson finishes strong, forcing a timeout from Chicago. A 9-0 Indiana run, and the lead is back to 11.
Michaela Timpson, the rookie, all season long, when she's gotten minutes here and there, has made the most of them. We've seen it on the offensive end. Then here, just getting her arms in the passing lane, the deflection, finishing a tough.
Kelsey Mitchell wasn't the only standout on the court. Michaela Timpson delivered the best performance of her young career, dropping 14 points on 6 of 8 shooting, an impressive 75% from the field. She rose to the moment when her team needed her most. After the game, Mitchell gave her a shout-out, calling her the ultimate pro and highlighting her constant readiness. Timpson doesn't need to make noise. Her quiet confidence speaks volumes when it's time to perform.
You've seen her improve and become more comfortable throughout the season.
She's amazing. One of the best rookies I think I've ever come across of. She's I don't know how to say it, like the ultimate pro. Shows up, no problems, and I think when you have locker room culture happening, you need great people to make it greater, and I think we got a good addition here, so shout out to Kate.
Fever's newest pickup, Chloe, made an instant impact just 2 days after signing a 7-day contract on July 25th. She put up 8 points in only 10 minutes of play. Head coach Stephanie White praised her ability to stretch the floor and open up space for Aliyah Boston, exactly the kind of quick contribution you hope for from a new addition.net.
Williams, Hull gives it up. Chloe Bibby able to drain the 3. Recently signed
when they play Indiana.
And right now, Cardoso answering the bell really nicely. 12 points, 7 rebounds. Bibby again. How about the stroke of Chloe?
Aliyah Boston racked up her 3rd straight double-double with 14 points and 11 rebounds, but that was just the beginning. She also chipped in 6 assists to steals and to blocks, proving once again that she's a force on both ends of the court. From scoring to defense to playmaking, Boston did it all, and Chicago had no answer for her complete, dominant game.
Cardoso running the floor. Gets denied by Boston, returning the favor. Boston finds the cutter. It's Timpson who lays it in. That ends the 11-0 run. Here's Mitchell. Slips it in, wide open. Boston tracks it back down. Off to Boston. Backdoor, Mitchell the cut, and the finish. Tough bucket from Kelsey.
Lexi Hull came through in the clutch every time Chicago tried to rally her. Smart shot selection and perfect timing shut down the Sky's momentum before it could build. She knocked down some tough shots that got the Fever fans in the crowd on their feet, bringing energy when it mattered most.
Here's Mitchell, who has 15 in the quarter and a season-high 6 made threes. Hull will fire and hit at the horn. Big finish to the third from Indiana.
Coach Stephanie White has been saying it all season. The Fever have real depth. That means some players may not always get the minutes they deserve. But games like this prove why that depth matters, even without their star, Caitlin Clark. On the floor, Indiana's rotation stayed solid from start to finish. This game was proof the Fever aren't just about one player, they're a full, well-rounded team that can win on any night. While Clark supported from the sidelines, signing autographs and cheering on her teammates, the rest of the squad stepped up and delivered. On the other side, the Chicago Sky went all out for their biggest Barbie night of the year. The United Center was filled with pink decor, limited edition merch, and a whole campaign built around Angel Reese's Barbie image. The team's marketing team chose this high-profile venue to hype up fans and give the Sky an edge, but things didn't go according to plan.